Welcome to Survivor 48.
Survivor 48.
18 new contestants are trying to outwit, outplay, and outlast one another on the 48th season of Survivor. But only one host has had the guts to actually be stuck on that island with them season after season, year after year. And now he's got to try and survive the next few minutes with us here. And Jeff Probst, Survivor host, joining us now. Jeff, good morning.
Good morning. I like how you say that, stuck out there with them. That's not how I see it. I actually like it.
Yeah, no, I figure, I mean, you can't last 48 seasons in a show and not love what you're doing in some capacity. Do the seasons blend together, I mean, 25 years in?
No, I know what you mean, though. I mean, as a whole, the experience blends together. So my life in terms of that way, I kind of look at it through Survivor. But no, each season really does have its own vibe. Like this season, last season, Survivor 47, you could say was a slow burn. Come out of the gate like the first episode of White Lotus. You're getting to know people. 48 is boom, out of the gate. You like people, you're crying at emotion because of somebody's story already. And I think it's going to go down as just that, a very good and very dynamic season.
I love it. I know yesterday you were featured in an interview on CBS Sunday Morning, and it was so interesting because you were asked when you knew that Survivor was going to be a hit.
Right.
And can you give us that response?
Yeah.
I mean,
What I said really was when I knew it was going to be interesting, and we didn't know if it was going to be a hit, but the moment was 20 minutes into day one of season one, Richard Hatch, who went on to win, the guy who walked around naked, he got up into a tree in a power position, and he was looking down to his tribe mates saying, I think we should talk before we work. And Sue Hawk, a truck driver from Wisconsin, looked up and said, where I'm from, we work while we talk.
Whoa.
And right there you went, that's the show. Different walks of life, trying to figure out, in this case, where we're going to build our shelter or whatever it might be.
Yeah, and absolutely the drama, too. I imagine there are surprises each and every season. You mentioned that season 48 is going to hit you right when you start with the first episode. If somebody somehow has not watched any season of Survivor ever, how would you describe it to him, and how would you describe, I guess, tease ahead this season?
Well, I love that you asked that, because I have said to people, if you've never watched, give me 10 minutes.
Yes.
Just watch the first act of the first episode. And if you don't like it and you're not in, you'll never be in. But I'm going to wager that you have an assumption about the show, that you think it's something it isn't. Because what Survivor really is, and this may sound corny, but it is this gigantic, epic, cinematic life adventure where you take people like Camilla there on the screen, or Mary, and you drop them in the middle of a real jungle, and you say, no help, you figure it out. And on top of it, you're gonna have to compete in these big challenges for the meager supplies you get. And on top of that, you have to conspire with or against everyone you're relying on in that environment I just talked about to try to survive this tribal council vote. And it's a test of so many things that make it so fun to play, because you're constantly saying, first of all, I think I could sleep in a jungle. Could I catch a fish or make fire? Secondly, I know how to read a room. I can tell when somebody's telling the truth or not.
Yes.
Can you?
Well, Jeff,
come out and find out. It's a very addictive and delicious game to play.
You know, you had heard about Survivor on a podcast, and then you just knew that it was your show. And I love the fact that, you know, you heard about it and you were like, that's mine, and it has been yours. You've made it your own, and people have enjoyed watching you lead the show for all 48 seasons, or well, 47 plus the new incoming season of 48. So Jeff Probst, thank you so much for your time, and congratulations on just the long-running success.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on. Nice talking to you.
It was fun.